Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first session of our technical training program. That is nothing but the in our today's session, we are going to cover up the part which is related with the quantity surveying and billing or the valuation. You may give any name to this particular subject: quantity estimation or estimation and contracts, valuation. Everything we are going to cover up as in this particular subject. Okay. Now, I'm not directly directly taking to the syllabus of this particular subject. As you know, we are conducting some special training program for you, which will be helpful for you whenever you are working on the site. It may be related to the softwares. I think last 2 days you have gone through the StatPro software, okay, taken by Kore madam. You must learn that software because as far as current situation is considered, you must have the knowledge of at least one or two softwares for getting the bread and butter. If you have the good knowledge of any software, it may be AutoCAD, StatPro, 2D, 3D, AutoCAD drawing or SketchUp drawing. So you will get the bread and butter. So learn the softwares, at most softwares, maximum softwares that you can learn. So as far as our subject is considered, that is quantity estimation, we are having the software called, we call it as Estimator 2.0. Actually, in the market, there are various softwares which are available. Few of them are paid and few of them are free. So Estimator 2.0 is a free software which is available on the Google. You just search as Estimator 2.0 on the Google and just download the copy of that software. If it is not available with you or if you are finding it difficult to download the copy, I will share definitely. In my next session, I will share that particular software with everyone or the link so that you can easily download it on your laptop or on your computer and you can start practicing. Whenever you are going to learn how to determine the quantity of a building, whenever you are going to learn how to determine the quantity of the building, that software will be very useful for you. It may be the rate analysis. That means, sir, I require 50 kg of cement, but how you have determined that for this work I require 50 kg of cement? For that you are doing the rate analysis. Okay, so after for the rate analysis, again you can use that software for determining the quantity of a building. Suppose you are having the area of 1 acre or maybe just 1,000 square feet land you are having. Okay, and you are interested to construct a residential building or a structure on that particular land of 1,000 square feet area. So what are the rules and regulations? Can I occupy 100% my land for the construction purpose? That means out of 1,000 square feet land, can I construct on total 100%, that is total 1,000 square feet land? Or whether there are some rules and regulations which are set up by your municipal corporation or which are been set up by the it may be your Mahanagarpalika, Zilla Parishad, Gram Panchayat, whatever the government authorities we are having. Okay, what are the rules and regulations? Now, if you are interested to look in the rules and regulations, you must go through the DCR copies, updated. तुम्ही काही दिवसांपूर्वी बातमी ऐकली असेल बघा, आपल्या महाराष्ट्र शासनाने बांधकाम नियमावली जी आहे ती परत नव्याने तयार केलेली आहे. म्हणजे जी जुनी बांधकाम नियमावली होती त्यामध्ये खूप मोठा बदल केलेला आहे आणि हा बदल खूप दिवसांपासून रखडलेला होता. तो आता मागच्या एक 5 ते 7 महिन्यापूर्वी मंजूर झालेला आहे. आता नवीन बांधकामाची जी नियमावली आहे त्या नियमानुसार सर्व काही बांधकाम चालतात. म्हणजे तो FSI रिलेटेड असेल, बाबा मला ग्रामपंचायत मध्ये आहे, मग माझा FSI किती असला पाहिजे, मला सिटीमध्ये बांधकाम करायचं आहे, FSI किती असला पाहिजे, माझ्या सिटीचा झोन कुठला आहे, तो क्लास A, B, C, D बेस्ड ऑन दी पॉप्युलेशन ऍक्च्युअली डिपेंड्स. सो कुठल्या कॅटेगरीमध्ये माझं सिटी येत आहे, ठीक आहे, मग त्यानुसार मला FSI काय असणार आहे, काय परमिसिबल FSI असू शकतो, मी तो एक्सटेंड कसा करू शकतो, त्यानंतर NA साठीचे काय रूल्स अँड रेग्युलेशन्स आहेत. ठीक आहे, 7-12 व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट, 7/12 ऍब्स्ट्रॅक्ट ज्याला म्हणूया आपण. तुम्ही बिल्डिंग प्लॅनिंग मध्ये शिकलेला आहात, बट स्टील वी आर गोइंग टू टेक द रिव्हिजन ऑफ इट बिकॉज whenever you are working on the site, these things are required to you. Again, I am repeating my sentence. Our subject, that is quantity surveying and billing, it is not like that just you are taking a book and reading it. Okay, if you take the detailed knowledge of this particular subject, then only it will be very useful for you to survive while working on the site. So whenever you are working on the site, the knowledge of this subject is required. You must have the knowledge how to calculate. Yes, sir. This is a 12-foot slab, width is 10 feet, and the thickness of the slab is 4 inches, suppose. So how we are going to determine the quantity of concrete which is required? So for that purpose, you must have the knowledge about the quantity estimation. Suppose you are constructing a column, or you are just doing the excavation work. That is the first step. Okay, basic step. So if you are doing going with the basic step, and if you don't know, if you don't have the knowledge how to excavate, how to determine the quantity of excavation, how you are going to start your work? And very most important thing in this again is to read the drawing. Very first role of the civil engineers. Though you are becoming an engineer, but out of 10, I think 8 students are finding it difficult to read the drawings. तुमच्या हातामध्ये प्लॅन आलेला असतो साईटवरती ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही काम करायला सुरुवात करता. ठीक आहे. आणि प्लॅन आल्यानंतर पहिला प्रश्न असतो की हा प्लॅन रीड कसा करायचा. यू आर नॉट एबल टू रीड द प्लॅन्स completely. What is the column position B1, B2, sorry, C1, C2, or the beam position B1, B2, anywhere which has been there. So based on your plan which is in your hand, you have to execute your site. जो प्लॅन आहे तो तुम्हाला प्रत्यक्षात उतरवायचा आहे. ठीक आहे. मग त्या कॉलमची पोझिशन काय आहे, तुम्ही टोटल स्टेशनरी पॉइंट्स घेत आहात. ठीक आहे. हे सगळ्या गोष्टी माहीत होण्यासाठी तुम्हाला आधी बेसिक नॉलेज असणं गरजेचं आहे. इफ यू आर just taking the levels, so how you are going to take the level of a column, how you are going to take the level. ठीक आहे. तुम्ही लेवल कशी घेताय, चेक कशी करताय, कॉलमची लेवल कशी चेक करता तुम्ही. ठीक आहे. and my guarantee this subject is not, or this part is not included in anywhere in the syllabus, how to check the levels. Okay, so what you have, you must have the knowledge of it. So our subject, most of the part is directly related with the field work and its applications. Okay, it's not like that you have taken just reading the books. I have read the book, this is the topic and this is the explanation. Okay, you have to relate this everything on the field. That is why this quantity survey and estimation is the most important subject. That is my, from my point of view, as far as if you are interested to work on this site. Okay, so starting with the presentation, what points we are going to cover up in our sessions. So basically I'm going to give you some introductory or idea about the roles and whatever the responsibilities being played by the civil engineers. What are the roles and responsibilities at first. Secondly, we are going to have some insights about the different steps, that is the construction steps, which are essential for our construction site whenever you are working on the site. Somebody's voice is disturbing. And in the last half, or in the next part, we are going to start working on the, or using the software we called it as Estimator 2.0. Okay, if you have the version or if you have the copy of it, you can please share with your friends also. It is free software available on the internet. Estimator 2.0. It is having some username and password, and you can just log it in and you can check the videos also. There are some YouTube videos for the different tasks which are been assigned. Suppose determining the quantity of building. So all the lectures are also available on the internet. You can just listen it and you can start working on that particular software. Okay, I will give you the demo of that software also, but starting with the basics at first. Directly jumping to the software will be difficult for you little bit. So civil engineers, as we know, we are having the beautiful meaning of this particular word. I will use the pointer. So can you tell me the meaning of our sector, this word civil, in your own language? What this word indicates, civil. So we are going to become a graduates now. Okay, so we must know the meaning of this word civil. CIVIL. We are civil engineers, na? You are budding engineers. So what does it mean? Anyone? You can unmute yourself and you can discuss with me. What is your definition of a civil engineer? Hello? Yes, waiting for your reply. What is your definition of civil engineering? Yes, please think of it. Okay, chalo. We will discuss it in detail. So, okay, I will just check the chat box. Okay, somebody has put the creator next to God is civil engineer. Okay, very good. Okay, God has created this world and we did the rest. Yes, you can quote that. So, civil engineers, civil. If you divide this word into the different parts, I will tell you the meaning of it, and you will definitely agree with me what I'm saying. C stands for the creation. I stand for is. V stand for very. I stand for important, and L stands for life. So civil, if you divide this word into the different parts, creation is very important in life. Okay, civil creation is very important in life, but unfortunately, if you see the current scenario, that people have converted or this change this word from creation to the corruption, the biggest corruption which is going to happen in our construction sector. Okay, somebody is going to take in that way also, that is corruption is very important in life, and our sector is like that. Yes, there are projects of 1,000 million crores. Okay, 1,000 crore project is there, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 10 lakh, 10 crores, 100 crores, 46,000 crore, 50,000 crores, like that. Likewise, we are having the projects, construction projects. Okay, so everyone is familiar of how the corruption is going to happen, but as an engineer, we must take this word as creation is very important in life. You are going to design, you are going to initiate, or you are going to what I can say, design something which is very interesting and which will be for the societal benefit. Okay, whatever the structures or whatever the um, different projects you are going to undertake in future, something creativity should be there, something innovation should be there, and that is why this civil stands for creation is very important in life. I hope everyone is agree with me. If you have any different perspective for the same, you can share with me. Okay, so for the civil engineers, if you are working, if you are going to work on the site, what things you must require or you should have, though you are preparing for the competitive exam, though you are having your degree certificate, but you do anything, you have to work on the site or you have to work in the office. Only these are the two ways, correct, to execute your work. Either you have to work on the site or you have to work in the office. So anywhere, it may be on the site or it may be in the office, you must have the knowledge of all these things which are been there in the presentation. You must have the knowledge of the documentation which is important for you. What kind of documents we require? I'm the boss of one of the company, construction company. I'm having my own company. Oh, I'm a beginner and I'm going to start my new construction site. So for a beginner, what type of documentation that we require, that I require for that particular building site? So documentation, there are different documents. Huh? It's not a single document we are restricting to ourselves. It may be your 7 by 12 abstract. Okay. थोडंसं मराठीत सांगेल तुम्हाला. ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही बांधकामाची सुरुवात करणार आहात एखाद्या नवीन बांधकामाची, त्याआधी तुम्ही काही डॉक्युमेंट्स तयार करत असता. मग हे डॉक्युमेंट्स म्हणजेच काय रे, तर तुम्ही त्या कन्स्ट्रक्शन साईटचा 7/12 असेल, त्याचा तुम्ही प्लॅन काढलेला असेल. ठीक आहे, तुम्ही एखाद्या इंजिनियर किंवा आर्किटेक्ट कडनं प्लॅन काढताय. ठीक आहे, मग त्या प्लॅन मध्ये वेगवेगळे प्रकार आहेत. की मॅप आहे, इंडेक्स मॅप आहे, तुमचा साईटचा प्लॅन असेल, इलिव्हेशन असेल, सेक्शनल असेल, स्टील डिझाईन असेल. ठीक आहे, वेगवेगळे प्लॅन्स आहेत आपल्याकडे. ठीक आहे, लेआउट असेल. मग हे प्लॅन झाले. त्यानंतर त्या साईट रिलेटेड डॉक्युमेंट्स म्हणजे बांधकामाची परवानगी असलेलं पत्र किंवा त्याचे काही डॉक्युमेंट्स, नगरपालिकेची किंवा ग्रामपंचायतीची परवानगी आहे, त्याचा परवाना असतो. ठीक आहे. मग डॉक्युमेंट्स कोणते कोणते लागतात, काही एक्झाम्पल्स मी तुम्हाला सांगितलेत फक्त. ठीक आहे. मग व्हॉट टाईप ऑफ डॉक्युमेंट्स वी रिक्वायर. तुम्ही सिमेंट आणलेलं आहे, ठीक आहे, 50 बॅग सिमेंट आणलेलं आहे, 300 रुपयांनी बॅग खरेदी केलेले, त्याचं बिल. तुम्ही कोर्स ऍग्रिगेट आणलाय, तुम्ही फाईन ऍग्रिगेट आणलेला आहे, एव्हरीथिंग वी हॅव टू keep a proper documentation of everything, because at the end of that particular site, or maybe quarterly or half quarterly basis, we are having the audits. It may be the structural audit or it may be the financial audits. Both audits we have to go through it. Structural audit, that is they are going to check the structure in detail that you have built, what type of material you have used, and what type of design you have followed, whether you have followed all the rules and regulations or not. Structural audit, it may be the you are going to find out the durability of the structure by taking some non-destructive test, or in terms of the in case of the financial audits, whatever the expenditure that you have incurred for your project site, that is being checked and that is being assessed thoroughly, whether there is any kind of correction which is going to happen. So they are going to check financial audits or the structural. And for this, we require a bundle of the documents. Okay. So many documents we require. As I given you some examples like 7/12 abstract, then permissions, building drawings, building permissions. Okay, documents which are related with that. Okay. So documents, very important. I will go in detail, but at first I will just give some instance of this. Then estimation and costing in Excel. Okay. Now everybody is, I think everyone is good in using the Excel. Everyone is familiar with the Excel. So I think though there are n number of softwares which are available in the market, but today also we are following the same methodology. That is, we are going to determine the quantities and we are using putting that quantities in the Excel. Okay, that is your measurement sheet and abstract sheet, the two sheets which are important. In the measurement sheet we are deriving the quantity, and in the abstract sheet we are deriving the rate. Okay, we are just finding out calculating the rate which is required, and for that we are using the Excel. You go in any big company, construction company, you will find they are using only Microsoft Excel at a greater extent. Okay, only Microsoft Excel they are using. So estimation and costing in MS Excel. So again, in our upcoming sessions, I will teach you how to use the Microsoft Excel as far as our construction sector is considered. That is in quantity estimation. Though you are good familiar, but still how to put the formulas, how to put the formula, and how to directly determine the quantity using Excel. Okay, so that you are going to learn. Okay, then RCC, brickwork, and finishing items. You must have the knowledge about all these things. It's a big part. RCC is one different major aspect. RCC, brickwork, and finishing items. Okay, how much quantity of tiles I am requiring. Suppose my area for room is 10 by 12 feet. So how many number of tiles I require? So what is the size of tile? What is the current market price of the tile? What type of material I require for the finishing work? Okay, so everything you must have the knowledge of it. E-tendering, the very next and very interesting part. I think only diploma students are having some background of it. That is tendering. Okay. दररोज बातम्या तुम्ही बघता, वृत्तपत्र तुम्ही वाचता. ठीक आहे, त्या वृत्तपत्रामध्ये वेगवेगळ्या निविदा म्हणून असं दिलेलं असतं. टेंडर्स म्हणजे काय, निविदा असं लिहिलेलं असतं बघा आपल्या न्यूजपेपरमध्ये. ठीक आहे, निविदा. निविदा म्हणजेच काय, टेंडर. एखाद्या कामाचं टेंडर निघालेलं असतं गव्हर्नमेंटकडनं. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे एखादा सपोज गोपाळपूर टू मुंडेवाडी एक 5 किलोमीटरचा रोड आहे आणि त्याच्यासाठी 25 लाख रुपये खर्च येतोय, किंवा एक 3 कोटीचं बांधकाम, 3 कोटीचं काम आहे. ठीक आहे, मग गव्हर्नमेंट काय करतं, त्याचं ई टेंडर म्हणजे ते इन द सेन्स काय करते, त्याची एक ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट पब्लिश करते की हा एक गव्हर्नमेंटचा प्रोजेक्ट आहे आणि या प्रोजेक्टची कॉस्ट एवढी आहे. तर यासाठी टेंडर्स तुमचे मागवले जातात. टेंडर्स मागवले जातात म्हणजेच काय, तर इट्स अ बिग प्रोसेस. टेंडरिंग इज ओके. And you are having in our section 2 of our subject, you are having details of it. E-tendering, tender कसं भरायचं. I will give you some demo also of how to go on that particular site of the e-tendering of our government of Maharashtra, then how to search a tender region wise, how to search a tender region wise, cost wise, you can search it and you can apply it. मग सर 5 लाखाचं काम आहे तर मग ते टेंडर ऑनलाईन दिसतं का, आणि किती लाखापेक्षा जर पेटी वर्क असेल म्हणजे खूप छोटंसं काम आहे, अगदी 5-50 हजाराचं काम आहे, मग ते टेंडर मला ऑनलाईन बघायला मिळू शकतं का, काय फरक असतो दोन्हीमध्ये. ठीक आहे, सो एव्हरीथिंग यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न इन द ई टेंडरिंग प्रोसेस. ओके, everything, how to apply, how to fill the tender. If you see the current market scenario, टेंडर भरायला माणसं असतात आणि ते चार्ज करतात 1000-2000, जसे प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट असेल किंवा त्यांचा एक फिक्स रेट असतो की बाबा तुमचं हे टेंडर आहे, मला भरायचं आहे, ठीक आहे, हे टेंडर मी तुम्हाला भरून देतो, त्याचे ते पैसे घेतात आपल्याकडनं. ऍक्च्युली यू कॅन डू इट इफ यू हॅव द नॉलेज हाऊ टू फिल द टेंडर. यू कॅन फिल द टेंडर बाय युअर ओन ऑल्सो. ओके, अँड द सर्वेइंग, I think there is no need to tell about this word, surveying. How the surveying is related with the estimation and costing. There is direct relation between these two. If you are unable to take the measurements, how you are going to prepare the estimate? If you have taken the measurements wrongly, how you are going to construct a building? So surveying, knowledge of surveying to work from whole to part is very important. You must know how to take the measurements using a tape or using you are directly using some electronic distance meter, digital devices you are using, but you must know how to take the measurements, how to input all the inputs into the, maybe it may be your total station, and just converting it into the digital form. Okay, so surveying, basic knowledge of the survey to work from whole to part, and here we are relating directly taking out the measurements. नाही तर खूप मोठा प्रोजेक्ट भेटलाय पण चालू कसं करायचं आणि मेजरमेंट कशी घ्यायची. एखादं ग्राउंडचं तुम्ही काम करता, एखाद्या बिल्डिंगचा प्रोजेक्ट तुम्ही हातामध्ये घेतलाय आणि सर मला लेवलच माहित नाही किंवा मला मेजरमेंट्सच घेता येत नाहीये, तुम्हाला ॲटो लेवल किंवा टोटल स्टेशन जमत नाही किंवा मला मेजरमेंट्स करेक्टली घेता येत नाही. ॲटो लेवल पुढचा पार्ट राहिला, आधी आपल्याला टेपने तरी मोजता आलं पाहिजे. मग टेपमध्ये इंचची बाजू कुठे असते, फुटाची बाजू कुठे असते, ठीक आहे, सर्वांच्या टेप तुम्ही साईटवरती बघितलाय, इंजिनियर कसे असतो, ठीक आहे, पण ते टेपवरती ऍक्च्युअल डायमेन्शन सुद्धा माहित नसतात. सॉरी टू से बट दॅट इज ट्रूथ. ओके, इंचचे डायमेन्शन कुठे आहे, फुटाचे डायमेन्शन कुठे आहे, इंच टू फूट कन्व्हर्जन काय, मीटरचं कन्व्हर्जन काय. बिंग अन इंजिनियर यू मस्ट हॅव द नॉलेज ऑफ ऑल द कन्व्हर्जन्स. कन्व्हर्जन हे माहित असले पाहिजे. तुम्हाला जर कन्व्हर्जन जमले तर तुम्ही साईटवरती खूप चांगलं काम करू शकता. तुम्ही साईटवरती जे प्लंबर्स असतात किंवा जे छोटे मोठे गवंडी असतात, नॉन स्किल लेबर ज्याला म्हणूया, ठीक आहे, त्यांच्या बोली भाषेतले जे युनिट्स असतात ते इंच आणि फुटामध्ये युज करतात, जास्त करून त्या भाषेत बोलतात, तेच युनिट्स ते वापरतात. तुम्ही त्याला मीटरमध्ये सांगितलं आणि मग त्याला सांगितलं कन्व्हर्जन करायला, इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट फॉर हिम. ठीक आहे, तुम्ही जर पाईपाचा डायमीटर आहे, हा पाईपाचा डायमीटर मीटरमध्ये जर सांगितलं तर सर्व लोक तुम्हाला हसतील, किंवा MM मध्ये जरी सांगितला तरी पण तुम्हाला हसतील. कारण तिथं काय प्रॅक्टिस आहे, तो त्या लेबरला त्या पाईपचा डायमीटर हा इंचात माहिती आहे, अर्धा इंची पाईप आहे, 1 इंची पाईप आहे, पाऊण इंची पाईप आहे. ठीक आहे, सो युनिट कन्व्हर्जन्स और द नॉलेज ऑफ द युनिट्स अगेन व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. सी whatever the sessions we are going to deal maybe in next 30-90 days, whatever span we are having, my target is to give you the maximum practical exposure that I can have. Okay, साईट वरती काय काम करतात, कशा पद्धतीने करायला पाहिजे, काय काय गोष्टींची आवश्यकता आहे, ह्या गोष्टीचं नॉलेज देण्याचा मी जास्तीत जास्त तुम्हाला प्रयत्न करेन, कारण तीच गोष्ट महत्वाची आहे. नाहीतर तुम्ही शाळांमध्ये साईट वरती जाणार, सर रीडिंग ड्रॉइंग हातात दिलंय, हा एक्झिक्यूट करा, सर रीडिंगच कळलं नाही, एक्झिक्युशन काय करणार तुम्ही. सॉइलचं स्टेटस माहित नाही, ती ब्लॅक कॉटन आहे, ती वीक सॉइल आहे, मग तिथं पाईल फाउंडेशन सुटेबल राहील का, शॅलो फाउंडेशन सुटेबल राहील, एरिया तुम्ही कसा मेजरमेंट करणार आहात. जर तुम्हाला मेजरमेंटच जर माहित नसतील तर इट विल बी व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू टू सर्व्हाइव्ह ऑन द साईट. ठीक आहे, आणि अल्टिमेटली तुम्ही साईट वरती जाणार आहात, हेही लक्षात घ्या. दो यू हॅव द डिफरंट ड्रीम्स, बट after completion or achieving your dreams, you have to work on the site or you have to work in the office. So for that you must have the knowledge of all these things with you. It is not like that in single night you are getting everything, but every day you have to learn, every day. Okay, and I will try, or all the teachers will try their level best to teach you how to learn. Okay, and what to learn, that is very important role. Okay, if you are taking the example of DCS, like the pre-stressing or the design part, You are going to, some of you, some of the students from your batch will go on or will recognize themselves as a RCC designer, okay, or steel designer. So for that, you must have the knowledge of steel design. IS 800 2007, IS 875, okay, that is for the loadings, wind load, live load, dead load. Okay, IS 800 मध्ये तुम्ही कॅपॅसिटी किंवा त्याची स्ट्रेंथ चेक केलेली आहे, TDN, TDB, ठीक आहे, जो काय फॉर्म्युला असेल. Okay. So with respect to IS code, so with respect to Indian standards, you have to complete everything. What is listening? What is batting? If you, I'm going to ask you, can you give me the example of a listening system or batting system which is provided in the Pandharpur region? Sir, we don't know. It is there, but what? We have to go in detail about that particular subject, and just we have to grab the knowledge. Okay, so just I think 1 minute and 30 seconds are left to end up this session. So please, everyone rejoin the session using the same link which I have put on the group, and so that we can start our discussion in detail in our next session also. So meanwhile, if you have any doubt, you can just put it in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. My voice is audible, na? Hello? Are there any doubts? Anything you are interested to listen from me? Or you can directly ask me in the next session also. Just 1 minute is left to conclude this session, and I have marked your attendance also for this first session. See, again, my request to everyone that you must remain present for all the sessions. Your attendance is going to play a vital role, okay, in terms of your marks calculation and university submission, okay. काही प्रश्न असतील तर विचारू शकता. The forum is open for everyone. Any questions? Please unmute yourself.